Good afternoon. We're in Mount Vernon, New York, and we're with Mayor Clinton I. Young Jr. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Glad to have you here.
Well, I'm back home after 20 years, and we made a phone call to the mayor's office and said, Mayor Young, we would love to interview you for Life's Choices so we can have you lend your unique insight to the youth of America.
Well, I appreciate this opportunity. Certainly anything that's positive for our young people, I want to be a part of. There's a real defined message that I'd like to get out to our young people, and this gives me the vehicle to do so.
Well, we've watched your tenure as mayor over the internet because I'm in Virginia and you're in New York, but we've been able to follow closely, and you've sunk your teeth into a lot of important issues. And we applaud you for that because the tough decisions, the tough choices, you're making them.
Well, absolutely, and you know, sitting as mayor, the youth of our community are indeed a priority of mine. My entire political career has always had a focus on our young people, going back to my school board days over 20 years ago. And even as a county legislator, I remain committed to the young people of this committee and of this community rather. And in this office as mayor over the past 2.5 years, they again remain a priority of mine.
Well, anyone that does any inspection of the history of how you've made an indelible mark in this community educationally and politically will find volumes of evidence to say that you've put your fingerprint on things. What I see, and through my interviews with other people in the community, they say that you're a hands-on mayor, that you can find Mayor Young anywhere that young people are.
Oh, absolutely. I try to be as supportive as possible. Young people form a perception and a perspective based on basically what they see. This is their generation, you know, seeing is really believing. And I want to serve as an example. I'm a product of this community, a product of this school system, and I think serving as that type of example, becoming mayor, is something that they could see, they could touch, they could feel, and certainly, hopefully, my actions as well as my words will make a positive impression upon them.
Education, that's another key point in Clinton Young's administration. Talk about education for the young people and some of the things that you've done since you've been in office and some of the things you're thinking about doing while you're in office.
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I was on the school board. That was my first elected position. I was on the school board for 10 years. But I was brought up, my father was a principal here in the city of Mount Vernon, actually the first African-American principal in the school system here. My mother taught in the Mount Vernon school system for well over 30 years. I often tell a story that she was my 5th grade teacher. That was probably the longest and the worst year of any child's life in the history of going to school, having your mother as your teacher. But education was always instilled in me in terms of the importance. And you know, all along I was taught as well as to encourage to achieve in the classroom, as well as being an athlete. And when I went off to Morehouse College, you know, I knew what I had to do to succeed in college. And there were so many other people in this community that encouraged me and took an interest in my education. I feel that, hey, I have no choice but to give back. I've always had an interest in young people and the importance of education in their lives, what it can do in terms of helping them to advance in any career. And I thought, you know, coming back to Mount Vernon, running for the school board was one thing that I needed to do. It gave me an opportunity to take a deeper interest, a more hands-on approach to helping to instill educational qualities and again the necessity of educational achievement with our young people. I've helped well over 300 kids to obtain entrance or acceptance into colleges. I give out a scholarship, actually a couple of scholarships every year, particularly those young people from this community that are attending historically black colleges and universities. So I understand the importance of education, but serving and helping out as a trustee with the Boys and Girls Club, it's another mechanism in terms of getting that message out and encouraging our people, our young people, to take education seriously, to achieve in the classroom, to be better behaved young people. Again, it's something that I believe so passionately about, and I understand how education again can mean something in terms of being you know, a real tool for one to advance their lives.
What speaks volumes to me about you is with your academic pedigree and the character and the background that you come from and the intellectual prowess. You could have been a CEO for any Fortune 500 company. What made you do public service?
Well, I was in corporate America for a good while. I spent approximately 20 years, and during that period of time, I was sort of juggling what I call two careers, the politics, and rather community service is how I rather put it, as opposed to being political, and working in corporate America. I knew that I had a passion for giving back again and doing community service. Politics is just a vehicle by which I have to obtain an office. And again, you know, I try and take my business administration degree from Morehouse, and I try to apply what I know about business in terms of running a business. And running the city of Mount Vernon is running a business. It is a corporation. It's a $100 million corporation annually. So you have to have the business acumen, and it gives me an opportunity to meet people and to serve people.
Well, one of the struggles that the rural community faces, and we're finding a defining thread that runs through the fabric of each man, is resources. The rural community has a logistical problem for transportation. There's also a revenue problem because of such a widespread area that they're trying to bring different things for the youth to do during the week. What type of obstacles do you run into where resources are concerned in inner city with you?
Well, Mount Vernon is an economically challenged community. Even though we're a broad-based community, we do indeed have the ultra-rich living here in Mount Vernon, and we have those who don't know where the next penny, not dollar, but where the next penny is going to come from. So it covers the entire scope of economics in terms of household. Now, having said that, we have to do all that we can. We have to be more prudent when it comes to, you know, our spending here in government. We have to be very wise in where we put monies in. Public safety is important, that's first and foremost. As you know, the education of our young people and the safety of young people is also extremely important. The Board of Education is an autonomous body here in Mount Vernon, and they have the responsibility of educating our young people. My responsibility is to keep those young people safe while they're being educated, while they're going to and from school, while they're out of school. You see, that's my responsibility, to keep them safe and to provide recreational service, sufficient recreational services for them.
Staying in that same vein, we do understand that the educational system, the school system, that's their job to provide the education. And as you just stated, safety is one of the concerns that is under your purview. But let's address the parents. If you could look into the camera and speak to the parents and say, we're spending a phenomenal amount of resources and time doing other things than educate our youth.
Okay, I could look directly into the camera and say that I strongly believe that the parents in the city of Mount Vernon do indeed love their kids. They do. And that's never been a question in my mind as your mayor, whether or not you love your kids. You also support your kids to the best that you can. We are simply asking a few things. The first is to send your child to school prepared to learn. Instill discipline in them and respect for others in them. Respect not only for adults, but respecting their peers. If they come to school prepared and they're disciplined, the educational system can do their job, and you will have a much better child, a better behaved child in school, a better behaved child at home, certainly one who will be a constructive and productive member of this community. No matter how young or how old, the point is, if they are better behaved and better educated, we'll have a brighter community.